Right, good morning everyone and welcome to your Friday. We are kicking off with something called Stir the Pot. So this is going to be applicable to those of you who have a stability ball. So it's one of these big Pilates balls. You're going to go into a plank on the ball. Not like this, and you're going to make small circles with your elbows. It's called stirring the pot. So into a plank and circles with your elbows. 5 one way, 5 the other way. If you don't have a stability ball, you are going to do a traveling plank. So starting in the middle, you're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps to the right and back to the middle, and then, oh yes, 5 steps to the left and then back to the middle. And for the stir the pot beginners who may be not ready to do the full plank on the ball, you can put your knees down and work the circles. After you've stirred the pot, you're going to do something called glute ham raises. Most of you will have done these, again, lying over your stability ball, your forearms on the floor, your weight is over your shoulders. Can you see the difference? Your hips are up and your toes are towards the floor. Maintaining this position with your body, squeeze your glutes, engage your core, and lift your legs in a nice straight line up behind you. You can put ankle weights on for this one if you'd like to make it a little more challenging. Again, if you don't have a stability ball, don't worry, I'm here for you. Find the edge of a sofa, the end of your bed. It doesn't really matter, but something that you can lie on. You'll lie so that your hips are off and lifting your legs up behind you. So you're going to do 15 of those, and then you're going to do calf raises. I would like for the calf raises to be weighted. So hold the weight on the side that's working, and you can hold it up over your shoulder, hoping that you can see me from the floor. 15 per leg. And you can also do that off the edge of a step, so that you get a slightly bigger range of motion. You can also let the dumbbell hang at your side. When you change legs, you change sides with your dumbbell. Okay, if you don't have a dumbbell, use a 5-litre water bottle. Get creative. Put a few books in a backpack. Stick them on your shoulder. Use a brick. So today's workout is 5 rounds for time. You have a 40-minute cap, so wherever you get to in 40 minutes is as much as you've done. You're going to do 20 pull-ups or push-ups, 40 sit-ups, and 60 squats. It's time to start getting a little bit creative and finding ways that you can work your upper back muscles through pulling movements. So I've got parallettes, I also have a pull-up bar, etc., etc. But for those of you at home who don't, have a look at your stairwells. You usually have a balustrade on each side. So if you put your feet on the stairs and pull yourself towards the balustrade, that would work for a pull-up type movement. I would strongly suggest that you let your feet go down the stairs and your head stay higher rather than letting your head or your body hang over the stairwell, just in case there's a whoopsie. The movement will look very much like this, where you're pulling yourself up towards something. I'm going to show you from the side. You know, if you have a big table that you can fit underneath, or a couple of chairs that are nice and stable, that you can pull against. You could put the chairs next to each other and put a broomstick or some sort of solid bar, piece of wood across that and pull yourself towards that bar. Obviously be really careful, make sure that you are stable, but the idea is to get this movement happening. Okay, so first prize, using pull-up bar and actually doing pull-ups. Second prize, doing these kind of pulling movements. Third prize, push-ups. It's a high volume workout, so you can do push-ups off your knees, you can do push-ups off the box, or full push-ups. And if you haven't met Ollie and Lula, that's Ollie and Lula, our wild dogs. And the last option will be a banded bent over row. You're going to stand on your band, your feet are quite close together. What I want you to really focus on is not being in this position. If you have a look at my back, for a bent over row, you need to be here, not there. Okay, can you see the difference? So in the bottom position, if you're struggling to get there, lift your toes. If you lift your toes off the floor, you'll be forced to move your weight into your heels, and that's the position I want you in. From there, with the band end in each hand, you're going to pull up towards your rib cage. So you can do those instead of pull-ups or push-ups. 20 of those. And onto your sit-ups. Sit-ups are CrossFit standard. Butterfly knees, feet together, touch above your head, touch the floor in front of your feet. There's a lot of this happening with sit-ups. Okay, in the sit-up at the top, your shoulder must be in front of your hips. So you must make sure you're coming all the way up. And lastly, 60 squats. Full extension. So as far as you go down, all the way up at the top. It's a long, slow slog. It's going to be tough. You got this.